Over the past several years, Nvidia has been on an unbelievable journey that has completely transformed the company and reshaped the technology industry. This is the business that originally created graphics processing units, which most people used to associate only with high-end gaming. But these chips ended up becoming the backbone of the artificial intelligence revolution. Because of that shift, Nvidia's sales and profits skyrocketed, sending its market value soaring to an incredible $4 trillion. That makes Nvidia the very first company ever to reach that historic milestone, a sign of just how massive its impact has been. But here's where it gets really interesting. While many investors are still excited about Nvidia's rapid rise, there is also a group of skeptics who believe that all of the hype around artificial intelligence is moving faster than the actual innovation. They think that this rush of enthusiasm will cool off eventually, and they are looking for evidence that companies are still adopting artificial intelligence instead of slowing down. This is where Palantir Technologies comes into the spotlight with results that have left very little doubt about where things are headed. Palantir just announced results for the second quarter that were nothing short of spectacular. The company reported revenue of $1 billion, which represents an increase of 48% compared to last year and 14% compared to the previous quarter. Even more impressive, Palantir delivered adjusted earnings per share of 16 cents, which soared by 78%. These numbers did not just beat Wall Street expectations, they crushed them. Analysts had been predicting revenue of $939 million and adjusted earnings per share of 14 cents, so Palantir blew past those forecasts with ease. The real star of the show, though, was Palantir's United States commercial division, which features its flagship artificial intelligence platform. This division reported $306 million in revenue, marking a jaw-dropping 93% year-over-year increase and a 20% quarter-to-quarter gain. And it was not just the revenue growing. The number of customers using the platform climbed by 64% as more companies rushed to get on board with Palantir's technology. Even more exciting, the total value of contracts in this division surged to $843 million, an incredible increase of 222%. Now, not all of this money will show up immediately in Palantir's financials, but this growth signals that the company is setting itself up for even stronger results in the near future. Looking ahead, Palantir's remaining performance obligation, which measures the revenue tied to current contracts that has not yet been recognized, rose by 77% to $2.42 billion. This tells us that demand for its artificial intelligence products is not only healthy, but actually accelerating. If you take a step back, this does not just show how well Palantir is doing. It shows that artificial intelligence adoption across the corporate world is picking up serious momentum, and this is where Nvidia comes back into the picture. The chief executive officer of Nvidia recently predicted that data center spending to support artificial intelligence will jump by 300% and top $1 trillion by the year 2028. This is not just a wild guess. Major technology companies appear to agree with him. In fact, all three of the leading cloud infrastructure providers have announced in recent weeks that they will be boosting their capital spending in 2025 to meet rising demand for artificial intelligence among their clients, because its graphics processing units are considered the gold standard when it comes to powering artificial intelligence. When companies need to train artificial intelligence models or run them in real time, Nvidia chips are the ones they turn to. What is even more fascinating is that artificial intelligence is moving beyond the walls of big data centers and becoming something that every large company will need to integrate into its own operations. Businesses that are adopting platforms like Palantir's will also require advanced hardware to run these systems internally. That hardware demand naturally points right back to Nvidia. So even though some critics claim the artificial intelligence boom is slowing down, the reality is the opposite. The evidence shows that adoption is still racing ahead at full speed. Right now, Nvidia completely dominates the data center graphics processing unit market with a 92% share according to research from IoT Analytics. And as artificial intelligence spreads outside of data centers and into everyday enterprise applications, Nvidia is positioned to win again because its processors are critical for both training artificial intelligence models and for running them after they are built. Since the start of 2023, Nvidia's stock price has surged by an astonishing 1,120%. Some investors say the stock is too expensive since it trades at 31 times next year's expected earnings. But here's the thing. For a company projected to grow its revenue by 54% in just 1 year, that valuation starts to look more than reasonable. When you combine its market dominance, its unmatched technology, and the unstoppable growth of artificial intelligence, Nvidia still appears to have plenty of upside left. To sum it up, Nvidia's groundbreaking work in graphics processing units has fueled the artificial intelligence boom, driving its market value to $4 trillion. But some investors feared the excitement could be outpacing innovation. innovation. Palantir Technologies' second quarter results suggest otherwise, with revenue of $1 billion rising 48% year over year and adjusted earnings per share of 16 cents jumping 78%, easily surpassing expectations. Palantir's United States commercial division, powered by its artificial intelligence platform, saw revenue climb 93% to $306 million as customer growth of 64% pushed contract value up 222%, while its remaining performance obligation surged 77% to $2.42 billion, signaling sustained momentum. These results reinforce Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang's forecast that data center spending for artificial intelligence will grow 300% to exceed $1 trillion by 2028, a view echoed by major cloud providers increasing capital investment plans for 2025. With a 92% share of the data center graphics processing unit market and stock up 1,120% since early 2023, Nvidia appears well positioned to benefit as artificial intelligence adoption spreads rapidly across industries, supporting expectations of 54% revenue growth this year despite a valuation of 31 times next year's earnings. For more stock news updates, remember to press the like button and subscribe. With that being said, I will see you in the next video.